The room filled with laughter, but it wasn't the kind that warms a heart. It was sharp, cruel, meant a wound. My son stood in the middle, trembling, his voice stuck in his throat. His stutter had always been a fragile part of him, something he carried like a scar. That night, my wife chose to tear it open in front of everyone. "Come on, spit it out," she snapped, her voice slicing through the hall. Laughter erupted around the table. Her father leaned forward, his face flushed with mockery. He's a broken record. Pathetic. My son froze, eyes glistening, his humiliation laid bare for all to see. I pushed halfway out of my chair, ready to put an end to it, but then his gaze met mine. "Wait, Dad." His voice steadied, as if he had been saving this moment. I have a special speech for Mom." The room hushed. My wife's lips curved into a faint smile, expecting praise, obedience, a child's love. But the words that followed shattered her smile and drained the color from her father's face. My son spoke of nights behind closed doors, whispers in the dark, the way his grandfather called for his mother after everyone else had gone to bed. He spoke of things a child should never hear. And then he stopped. The hall erupted in chaos. Faces turned pale, whispers spread like fire. My wife's hand shook as she tried to hide her mouth, as if she could shove the truth back inside. Her father sat rigid, fury battling panic in his eyes. I leaned back slowly, strangely calm. The pieces fit together now. The cruel laughter, the ridicule, the constant mockery. It hadn't been random. It was projection. Shame masked as superiority. Guilt disguised as cruelty. My son's stutter had never been the true problem. The real stutter had been the silence echoing through this family for years, trying to break free. And now it had. When the gathering crumbled, I carried my son home. My wife followed, shaking, eyes averted. Her father stayed behind, retreating like a man who already knew his sentence. That night, she wept into her pillow. I didn't touch her, didn't speak. I only listened and thought. The next day, I searched. Phone records filled with late-night calls. Not to strangers, but to her father. Journals hidden deep in her closet. Half-erased confessions. Please make it stop. Shame, silence, guilt. I reached out to a lawyer friend, and he uncovered whispers of a case buried long ago, smothered by money and influence. Piece by piece, the picture came together. My wife had been a victim of her own father. The weight of it twisted her, turning her cruelty inward and outward. She mocked weakness because she feared her own. She humiliated her child because she could not speak her own humiliation. And her father, he sat at that table laughing at a boy, using ridicule as a smokescreen for his crimes. By dawn, I knew what had to be done. The following evening, I laid the evidence on the kitchen table. Records, journal pages, old filings. When she walked in and saw them, she froze. I slid the papers toward her, one by one. She picked them up with trembling hands, tears spilling silently. "You weren't supposed to find this," she whispered. Then, softer, Does he know?" She meant our son. I didn't answer. She already knew. His words had already burned the truth into the open. The next day, her father came, pale, furious, desperate. He tried to deny it, to bluster his way through. I met him at the door and gave him a sealed envelope. Copies of everything. Enough to ruin him in court. Enough to destroy his name forever. His face crumbled as he realized what I had done. "You can't do this," he hissed. "I already did," I replied. And then from behind me, my son's voice rose clear and steady. "Grandpa don't come back." Not a stutter, not a tremble, just truth. The man's face drained of all color. He left without another word. He didn't threaten, didn't return. He knew he was finished. My wife collapsed on the couch, hollow, broken. No laughter now. No cruelty. Only silence. The same silence she had forced upon our son for years. The house is quiet these days. My boy plays in the next room, his voice stronger than ever. The stutter still lingers, but it no longer chains him. He speaks freely now. My wife remains in her silence. I do not comfort her. I do not rage. I do not touch her. The truth is punishment enough. Her father's name is ruined, his legacy burned to ash. And me, I feel nothing. Not grief, not pity, not anger. Only clarity. They tried to smother my son's voice. But in the end, that voice, broken as they thought it was, destroyed them all.